Grumbles, originally known as Screech Worm, are one of the main bosses from floor 2 the mines. Grumble is a giant, beige-colored creature, being the mature version of the Giggles. A hidden detail is that the Grumble you find in door 200 is the queen, since its bigger aim has 8 tentacles instead of 5, and has a scar. Grumbles patrol around the maze through their wormholes. They can spawn up to 3 Grumbles in the map. Grumble can't hear you, so you always have to be running. They will only start chasing you if they see you. Once that happens, Grumble will start laughing while his speed increases, making him slightly faster than you. The good thing is that Grumble doesn't insta-kill. He deals 55 damage and give you a small chance to escape. Even though Grumble is really scary, he has a lot of weaknesses. The first one being that you can use a bulky light or a glow stick to distract him. This is very useful to have more control on Grumble paths. This is the best way to counter him since it will stun him for 3 seconds, enough to run to safety. And the last weakness being the crucifix. It will stun him for 8 seconds, but can't banish him. Teleport Eyes. Eyes has a new ability which makes him more annoying. Now he randomly teleports to a different part of the room he spawned. This alone doesn't make him a problem, but it gets hard when combined with Giggles. If these two are together, the best strategy is to wait for Eyes to teleport until you can see up to check on Giggles. As before, the crucifix still works on Eyes. Rush also came back with a new ability, which is to spawn in front of you or behind you. This thing is random. This is just a mind game mechanic for tryhard players, since it makes you rethink if you should stay in the room or continue. Luckily, the crucifix still puts Rush in his place, banishing him. It seems that Rush learned a thing from his cousin Blats. Dupe come back stronger than ever, now being able to spawn up to 6 dupes in one room. And it's probably the most common entity in the floor too. Even though he can duplicate a lot now, he was also nerfed too. When you open the door dupe is in, the door you open now will take 3 seconds to disappear, giving you a second chance if you forgot it. Also, dupe roar is louder, and you don't need to get close to know is a fake dupe. The crucifix still kick his ass. Figure is the exact as he was in the floor 1. He will spawn in 3 different occasions. He will do a patrol minigame which is very easy to beat, but don't blame him. He is just as lost as you are. For some reason he gets angry if you use a laser pointer to his head. Also, one of his weaknesses is the glow stick, since if you throw it, he will be distracted by the sound the glow stick made. A bonus thing is that he has a new weakness in floor 1, which is the clock in door 50. This will distract him for 10 seconds, which is an insanely OP item. The crucifix still works on him. Screech is still the same annoying Screech he is. Any light source decreases considerably his spawn chance. Use a crucifix on him just for fun. Hide has now a physical form and also a new mechanic. Before the patch, every time you wanted to hide, you had to do a heartbeat minigame that gets insanely difficult after 5 seconds. Now, after the patch, they deleted that minigame, so it's the usual hide mechanic. The new thing they added is that you can't hide in the same locker twice, since now hide will attack you if you try it. Basically, the latest locker you use will be occupied by hide, making you being more careful using it in circumstances like ambush. Giggles is probably the most annoying entity in the whole game, and makes it obligatory to always have any source of light. Giggles always makes a sound every 5 seconds. They are around 1 to 3 Giggles at max in one room. Giggles can spawn in combination with every entity. The most deadly combo is when combined with ambush, rush, and eyes. Luckily, there are a lot of ways to counter Giggles, the best one being the bulk light, who is incredibly OP against Giggles, since you can even blind him from one room to another room. can easily blind every Giggles in the room. When he gets blinded, he can't grab you during 6 seconds. Flashlight also works. And also the point lighter, you can throw him a glow stick and it will blind him too. The crucifix works on Giggles too. Dread come back in floor 2, and the way to summon him is still the same. Once after you summon him, he insta-kills you, unless you have a crucifix. Ambush is probably the most dangerous entity in floor 2, because now he has a new ability. He can bounce as usual, but now he can also go forwards and backwards. He now bouncing 3 times is really common, without counting the fact that hide also makes this harder, making it impossible to survive ambush with only 1 locker. You will need at least 2 lockers since hide takes over the last locker you used. The only weakness for ambush is still the crucifix. Blats are one of the new entities. They destroy any light of source, and can kill the player if he is using flashlights or lighter. They also have eggs around the room they spawn. If you step on them, it will do 10 damage. Luckily, you can still use the laser pointer even if it's a small light source, anything helps. Also, the glow sticks will help you, but sometimes they even destroy the glow sticks. The best way to counter them is using the flashlight just for 1 second, so they don't attack you. This works with every light source. Doing this Blats won't be a problem anymore. Halt still has the same mechanic, so there is nothing much to say about him. Just a tip is that in the zigzag part of the room, Halt chase will be shorter, so you need just a few steps back to evade him. Seek chase is pretty easy. Now you can jump during the chase. And the minecart part, just pay attention to guiding light. Now in door 195. The chase is in a pipes area where you need fast reflexes, paying attention where is guiding light going. The best item for the chase is the vitamins, since they will give you a lot of advantage in case you lost the track. And of course the crucifix, that will stop Seek during 8 seconds. DamSeek is the main antagonist from floor 2, appearing as the boss fight of door 200. DamSeek is a colossal entity, and that usually intimidates players, but in reality, DamSeek is a pretty weak entity, is just as hard as an easy obby. Let me explain you this. In the first phase, Seek will use his hands to destroy the floating objects in a sea of Seek. The hands are very easy to evade, so you just have to keep moving. In the second phase, he will use Seek goons to destroy wherever you are standing at, but they are really slow. Finally, in the third phase, he will use Seek worms to destroy whatever you are standing at. This are the most dangerous ones since they are fast, and you can't pay attention when they will hit you. Okay, here comes his weakness. Seek can only hurt you when you are in his sea of Seekness, I mean the black water thing. None of his attacks actually hurt you if you stay in the ground, so this makes the boss fight less stressful, and you can think more your plan to reach the next valve. Unfortunately, the crucifix doesn't work on him.